Next it is about secondary prevention. So what is the secondary prevention? So normally the secondary prevention targets people. Okay, secondary prevention usually take care or targets those people who are showing early symptoms of mental health disruptions. Okay, who are showing early symptoms of mental health disruption. So that is that is usually what is that secondary prevention. It targets people. Okay, secondary prevention, it targets people who show early symptoms of mental health disruption. Okay, who show early symptoms of mental health disruption, but they will regain when they will regain the functioning level. Okay, they will regain the function level when proper treatment is given. Okay, when proper treatment is given. So normally secondary prevention, so that is usually they will target those people. Okay, they will target those people who are showing early symptoms. Okay, who are showing early symptoms of mental health disruption. Okay, who are showing early symptoms of mental health disruption, but they usually regain this functioning when they are given proper treatment. So now we'll see what is the role of a nurse in this secondary prevention. So previously we have seen about the role of a nurse in primary prevention. So now we'll see what is the role of a nurse in this secondary prevention. So what is the role of a nurse? So when we talk about this role of a nurse, the first role that they have to do it is early diagnosis and case finding. Okay, they have to go with early diagnosis and case finding. So how this can be? So this is achieved by proper education. Okay, this is achieved by proper education to the public, community leader, industrialist, Mahila Mandals, Balwadi people. So that is usually what happens. The first thing that role in this secondary prevention is that early diagnosis and case finding. Okay, early diagnosis and case finding. So this is achieved. Okay, so this is achieved by educating the public, by giving proper education to the public. Okay, by giving proper education to the public, like public as well as to the community leaders and also industrialists, Mahila Mandals and Balwadi. So what education you will give to such people? The education that you will give to such people is that how to recognize symptoms as early as possible in the mental illness. Okay, so what education you will give to the people? So such people, like for the public, community leaders as well as to the Mahila Mandals. So what are the things that you will give is that, so you will be giving like proper how to give how to recognize the symptoms as early as possible in the mental illness. So that is usually done. So case finding, how we will do? Okay, case finding, how we will do? So this is for identifying the symptoms. So case finding, how we will do? Case finding, it is done mainly by through screening. Okay, through screening and through proper examination of population at risk. Okay, and population at risk, monitoring of the patients. Okay, monitoring of the patient. So that is usually what is that. So normally in this, it is mainly like early diagnosis and case finding. This is usually achieved by properly educating the public, community leaders and industrialists, Mahila Mandals, Balwadis, and so to educate them regarding how to recognize early symptoms in mental illness, as well as case finding is done through screening. Okay, case finding is done through screening and proper findings, also proper periodic examination of the population who are at risk, monitoring the patients, everything. So that is by this usually case finding should be done. So therefore it is the work of, that is in the clinic, in the school, and in the home health care, in the workplace, everywhere, community mental health nurses. Okay, community mental health nurses should identify the signs and symptoms as early as possible, or to detect the early signs of increased level of anxiety, decreased ability to cope up with stress, and failure to perceive self. Okay, and failure to perceive self. So that is usually what happens. So therefore in the clinics, schools, home health care and in the workplace, community mental health nurses should detect early signs. Okay, they have to detect early signs of increased level of anxiety, decreased ability to cope up with the stress. Okay, cope up with the stress. So that is usually about this early diagnosis and case finding. So next is early reference. So as soon as the public should be educated. Okay, the public should be educated regarding how to refer the cases. Okay, how to refer the cases for the proper how to refer the cases to proper hospitals. Okay, how to refer the cases to proper hospitals as soon as possible. Okay, as soon as possible, so that they can start up with the treatment. Okay, so that they can start up with the treatment. That is early reference. So early reference, it is done. The public should be educated. Okay, when early reference has to be done, the public should be educated how to refer the people to proper hospital as early as possible, so that they can start up with the treatment. So next is screening program. So screening program, in this mainly we just ask them simple questionnaires. Okay, simple questionnaires should be developed. Okay, simple questionnaires should be developed so that we can identify the symptoms of mental illness. Okay, so that we can identify the symptoms of mental illness. So that is in the screening. So normally what is that, we go with planning up simple questionnaires so that we can identify the symptoms as early as possible. So that is usually then the next intervention that the nurse has to be taken in secondary prevention, it is early and effective treatment. Okay, early and effective treatment for the patient as well as to the family members. Okay, early and effective treatment to the patient as well as to the family members. So it is mainly, it is done by like early and effective treatment of the patient and the family members if they require. So this is mainly done by providing counseling services. Okay, it is done mainly by providing counseling services. So it is to the caregivers of the mentally ill patients. Okay, services to the caregivers of the mentally ill patient. So in this early and effective treatment for patient, it is done, and if required family members can also be given treatment. So this is done by providing proper counseling services. And the next it is training of health personnel. The next it is training of health person. So in this mainly health personnel, in this mainly we go with orientation courses will be given. Okay, so oriented courses will be provided to the health workers so that they can detect the cases in the routine work only. Okay, they detect the cases in their routine work only. So that is training of health personnel. So next is consultation services. Okay, the next is consultation services. So nurses who are working in the general hospitals. Okay, nurses who are working in the general hospitals, they come across many other conditions. Okay, they come across many other conditions like puerperal psychosis, anxiety states, peptic ulcer, ulcerative colitis, bronchial asthma. Such things they have to provide consultations. Okay, they have to provide guidance as well as consultation. Okay, so that they have to provide consultation as well as guidance so that they can handle the cases properly. So that they can handle the cases properly. So that is usually about this consultation services. So that is usually what is that. So nurses who are working in the general hospitals. Okay, nurses who are working in the general hospitals, they come across various conditions. Okay, they come across various conditions such as puerperal psychosis, anxiety, peptic ulcer, ulcerative colitis, and bronchial asthma. So therefore they should be like give proper guidance and consultation so that they can handle the consultation in an effective manner. Okay, they can handle the consultation in conditions in an effective manner. So next is crisis intervention. Crisis intervention, if the crisis is not tackled, okay, so whatever the crisis, if the person is having some crisis, if the person is having some crisis and if it is not handled properly, okay, if it is not handled properly, then it leads to mental disorders. Okay, if it is not handled properly, then it usually leads to mental disorders. Okay, that usually leads to mental disorders. So therefore, even it might lead to suicide also. Okay, even it might lead to suicide also. So therefore, we have to take certain steps. Okay, we have to take certain steps in order to help the person to cope up with the crisis situation in a better way. Okay, we have to guide them properly. Okay, we have to guide them properly so that they can handle the crisis situation in a better way. So that is usually about this crisis intervention. So crisis intervention, if it is not tackled properly, if it is not tackled properly, okay, if it is not tackled properly, so that is usually what happens. It might lead to many mental disorders or even it might lead to suicide. So therefore they should be handled properly so that they can cope up with the situation in a better way. So that is usually about the secondary prevention. So secondary prevention, that is mainly target the individuals who show early symptoms and also of mental health disruptions. So what are the role of nurse in the secondary prevention? Early diagnosis and case finding, early reference screening program, early and effective treatment for patient and if necessary to family members, training of health personnel, consultation services and crisis intervention. So next is tertiary prevention. So tertiary prevention, it targets those mental illness. Okay, it targets those mental illness. It targets those individuals with mental illness and helps them to reduce severity, discomfort and disability associated with their illness. So that is tertiary prevention, targets those individuals. Okay, targets those individuals with mental illness and helps them to reduce the severity, discomfort and disability associated with their illness. So that is mainly in this, the nurses play an important role. Okay, nurses play an important role in proper monitoring the progress of discharged person. Okay, it is monitoring the progress of the discharged patients. So normally, so what is that? In this usually what happens, so tertiary prevention, it targets those individuals with mental illness and helps them to reduce the severity, discomfort and disability associated with their illness. And in this usually the community mental health nurses plays an important role like in monitoring the progress of discharged patients, like what they'll monitor regarding the medication, coordination of care. Okay, so what they'll monitor regarding the medication as well as the coordination of care. So now we'll see what are the role and responsibility of a nurse in this tertiary prevention. So normally what is that? In this rehabilitation or in this tertiary prevention, the nurses should involve family members also. Okay, the nurses should involve family members also in the treatment program, so they can give effective follow-up care. Okay, so that they can give effective follow-up care. So in this tertiary prevention, what is that? The family members should be involved. Okay, the family members should be involved so that they'll give proper follow-up care for the individual. And then we can start with occupational recreational activities. So next is that occupational recreational activities should be organized. Okay, occupational and recreational activities should be conducted in the hospitals so that idling will be prevented. Okay, as patient will be idle in the hospital, so in order to prevent that idling, or they see that idle mind is devil's mind. Okay, so that is the idle person is in the devil's mind. So therefore what happened? So in order to avoid the people to be idle, okay, in order to avoid the people to be idle or the patients to be idle, we have to start with occupational and recreational activities. Okay, we have to start with occupational recreational activities. Then community based programs should be launched. Okay, community based programs should be launched. So how they will be launched? This is with meeting, like this should be launched by meeting with the family members, like when they have to be discharged, like what are the things that has to be done. So all these things should be done to the, like community based program should be organized. So next is that there should be constant communication. Okay, the constant communication between the community health, the family members. Okay, family members should have constant communication between the community health nurse as well as the mental health institutions. Okay, the community health nurse as well as the mental health institution regarding the follow-up of the discharged person. Okay, regarding the follow-up of the discharged person. Okay, so that is, there should be constant communication. Okay, there should be constant communication between the communicating health nurses. Okay, there should be constant communication between the community health nurses and the mental health institution regarding the discharge or follow-up of the discharged patient. So that is usually the ultimate aim in this. It is mainly to like check out the functioning of the community based program. Okay, community based program, and to remotivate the patient. Okay, to remotivate the patient. So that is usually done. Then there is wide range of services. Okay, that is, there is wide range of services which has to be provided to the patients. There are wide range of services that has to be provided to the patients, which is a part of this tertiary prevention. Okay, which is a part of this tertiary preventions, like maintaining good relationship with the health agencies as well as with the community health nurses. So all these such things should be provided to the thing. And the next is important interventions that has to be taken. It is that, so that the patient should be maintenance of patient. The important intervention is that in the maintenance of patient is that their own homes in the community should be training in the community living. They should program. Okay, they should be done based on this training in the community living program. Okay, so important intervention in the maintenance of patient is that they in their own houses in the community is the training in the community living. That is this program. Based on this program, they have to start with the intervention. And this program was designed by Stein and Test. Okay, this program was designed by Stein and Test. So what is done in this end? The person will be referred to the hospital. Okay, the person will be referred to the hospital, where the staff will go to the community. Okay, where the staff will go to the community. Okay, so they'll go to the community. They'll share the real experiences with the patient. Okay, the real experiences with the patient, so that person will learn to agree with the realistic goals. Okay, so that the person will agree with the realistic goals. So that is the important intervention that has to be taken, and this important intervention will be taken based on this training in the community living program, which was designed by Stein and Test. So in that, what happened? The hospital staff will visit the community with the patient. Okay, with the patient. So they go along with the patient, enable the patient to understand the skills and the realistic goals, so that the patient will understand the realistic goals. So the patient will understand the realistic goals. Next is in case of some patients. Again, in case of some patient, like emotional climate of the family. Okay, emotional climate of the family should be improvised. Okay, emotional climate of the family should be improvised. So the patient will adjust with the situation. Okay, the patient will adjust with the situation, so that they'll recover from the chronic mental illness soon. Okay, so they'll recover from the chronic mental illness soon. So that is usually about this tertiary prevention. That is usually so tertiary prevention. It targets those individuals whose mental illness and those with mental illness, and is to help the severity, discomfort and disability associated with their illness. So this is usually done where rehabilitation services, where community health nurse will monitor the progress of the discharged patients, like in their medication, like through medication regimen, coordination of care, etc. So then usually the role of nurse, it is that family members should be involved, occupational recreational activities should be done, community based programs should be launched, and also communication should be there, and then also they should start with wide range services should be provided, and then they have to go with like emotional environment should be improved. So all these things should be done. So that is usually about this tertiary prevention. Okay, this is about this secondary and tertiary prevention, which is usually started. This is the role of a nurse in the secondary and tertiary prevention, so that they can improvise the mental illness of the patient, so that they can prevent mental illness and promote mental health among the patients. So that is usually about the secondary and tertiary prevention.